Okay, so now we are at the editing stage of everything. The first things first is to um, start your video editing process. Now, I would suggest start with the artist interview and bring that right into the timeline by dragging and dropping, and then keep existing sequence. At all times, you want to keep the existing sequence, okay? And if I was to look at this, it's a little small. So this bar right here allows me to extend and see a little bit more. So that's the first thing you need to know. Notice how video 1 is selected, and here's the audio tracks that's here at the bottom. Here's all the video tracks that's here at the top. So if I'm looking at this and if I'm listening to this audio, this is what happens here. So I bring this cursor right up to the top, and here's what it says.
Go ahead and give me a quick introduction.
Now, we don't want that part there that says, go ahead and give me a quick introduction. So I'm going to trim this clip. So the first section of editing is trimming the clip. There's two ways to do this. The first way is hitting the razor tool, and there's a little C that's beside it. So you can actually hit C on the keyboard or click in the toolbar and then slice it right here. Boom. And it slices it. Now you go back to the selection tool, which is V. So now you've learned two tools, C and V. Select it and then hit the delete button on your keyboard. So that's one way of doing this, is to start slicing up clips, and you can do that like kind of anywhere you want with the C tool or the cut tool. Now you can hit undo, which is Control Z or Command Z if you're on a Mac, and undo those processes. Again, keep hitting V so it returns back to the selection tool, so you can select anything, you can drag and drop stuff on top, whatever you want, okay? Now, let's bring this video to the beginning of the timeline, okay? And I'm gonna scroll to the left so we can see where the beginning is. And as you can see here at the top, it shows what you're viewing. You can hit the play button
My name is Derek Gores. I live in Melbourne, Florida.
And he's just talking about himself. And this video, if I take this and I go to the end, it says it's 19 seconds. So it's not too big of a video. And you want to have some space at the beginning because you might want to have a title or you want a black screen. So it's really up to you how you want to do this. Okay. So now that you've learned the cut tool, the second part is to add the other videos on top. So let's see what he says.
My name is Derek Gores. I live in Melbourne, Florida. I'm a collage artist.
He says I'm a collage artist. And now here's the B-roll footage stuff. So there's a artist working with glue. I just double click this and it shows up in here. So double clicking will make it all show up here. And I can view things. Now there's something you need to know. Close up of a collage artist, right? So I like this clip and I'm just watching this clip. This is the preview window before you go into the timeline. So you have the project window here, you have the source window, you have the program, and this is technically also a preview window of what your video is on your timeline. And then here's your timeline. Don't forget your toolbar, which is in the middle. CT for text. We're going to use this text tool at some point too as well. So going back to the second part of this editing, let's just say I like this. I want to add this video on top. Well, there's video 2. I'm going to turn this on by clicking the button on. Okay. And what you want to do is you drag the video on top and look what happens. It just comes right on top. But here's a problem.
I rip up stuff.
You have all this audio at the bottom. So how do you get rid of this audio? Well, all you do is you select the video, you lock the video by hitting the toggle track lock, and it locks the video. Then just hit the delete button and boom, your audio gets deleted, but not your video. But if you don't lock the top and you just select it, the whole video gets deleted. So be careful, lock the top portion or the track that you want, and then hit the delete button and it gets deleted. So this is one way of doing it. The second way, which I find most effective, is to just take the video only. See this button here, it says drag video only. I'm just going to drag the video only and boom. But this video is way too long and I don't need it that long. So here's what we're going to do.
I live in Melbourne, Florida. I'm a collage artist.
I'm a collage artist and that's all I want. So again, I'm going to scroll in by just there. Okay. So I can either cut this video at this point using the C tool, or hit V again. So it goes back to the selection tool. You can actually trim the clip by just coming to the end and dragging it. Boom. Okay. And that's it. That's how you trim the clip. So now you know how to do trimming of the clip. You know how to cut the clip, and you're kind of ready to edit away. So watch me edit this next section. I'm going to see what he says here.
I rip up stuff.
He's ripping up stuff, and lucky enough, I have this college artist preparing stuff. So I'm actually going to take the video only again, bring it here. I'm going to scrub and see what I like. He's ripping up stuff, and it starts here. The rip starts here. So I'm actually going to go and trim the clip at the beginning to here. And if I keep going, he's ripping. Great. That's all I want. I don't need much more. So I'm going to cut here using the C tool. C for cut, V to select the clip on the right that I've just cut from, and delete. And now I'm just going to attach this clip together here. Boom. So let's see what it says.
I'm a collage artist. I rip up stuff, magazines and handwriting, grocery lists.
And then I'm going to pick something else to go at this point here, which is, I don't know, he's ripping up stuff here. Is there anything else that I could pick? I kind of like this part here of him looking at that. That's also good. Oh, working with glue. This one's good. Kind of cool. I like this section here. So I'm going to take this video. I'm actually going to pop it in here. And I'm going to see kind of where this video is that I want to start. There's a lot of space here. I don't want that. I like this shot. So him coming into the glue. So I'm going to trim it here from the beginning. I'm going to trim it here. Start it so when it plays.
To make a new piece out of it.
And then I'm going to trim it back over here. So I only want this much of the video. And I'm going to go back to where I had it, the cursor, which was here, I think.
Photos.
And then I'm just going to pop that video in here somewhere.
Lists, photos, menus, song lyrics, whatever I can get my hands on, recycling stuff too.
And then at the end, I just want this nice wide shot of him building something. So I'm just going to get the video only again here. And I'm just going to trim the clip here at the end. And
make a new piece out of it.
And my video is done.
My name is Derek Gores.
And now when he says, my name is Derek Gores at the beginning, I want a title for him. So I'm just going to hit the T button here, or you can hit the type tool. And I'm just going to type in somewhere here. Boom. Derek Gores. I think that's how you spell his name. And what's cool about this is, I'm just going to line it up here, actually. And look at that. The title just shows up there, but we need to format this title because we don't want it to go on top of the other video that's there. So I'm just actually going to I'm just going to go over here. Now, if you've selected V1 here, so that's where the video is going to show up. So if you had selected here or here, that's where this clip would have landed. So be careful where you've selected this area before you hit the type tool. So click undo if you made a mistake somewhere. So let's view the video now.
My name is Derek Gores.
So it doesn't, the text doesn't start at that point where he says my name is Derek Gores. So I actually wanted to start at that point. So I'm just going to drag the video a little bit longer.
My name is Derek Gores. I live in Melbourne, Florida.
Now I wanted to kind of fade in and fade out. So how do you do transitions? So very simple. You select the clip that you want transitions on, and you go to sequence or clip, and you can go video options. No, where is it here? Here we go. Sequence, apply video transition, and the shortcut is Control or Apple D. And there's the cross dissolve. They show up, and you can trim these cross dissolves a little bit by, again, trimming clips, just like how you would. And let's watch and see how this actually works.
I live in Melbourne.
See, there we go.
Melbourne, Florida.
It shows up and it disappears.
I'm a collage artist. I rip up stuff, magazines and handwriting, grocery lists, photos, menus, song lyrics, whatever I can get my hands on, recycling stuff to make a new piece out of it.
Great. So now we got to end the video by fading to black or fading out because its abrupt ending is not cool. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the end and I'm going to hit this trim clip icon button. I'm just going to select there and go again, Command D or Control D if you're on a PC. And same scenario here. And the cross dissolves only happen where you've selected it like that.
New piece out of it.
Boom. And that's all you got to do. Now, last section, adding music. Let's add the music. We have here the audio. So we're going to take the audio, we're going to pop it down here. Boom. And let's hear what this audio sounds like.
My name is Derek Gores. I live in Melbourne, Florida. I'm a collage artist.
Okay, the audio is really loud. So we're going to take this audio down. So I'm going to select the audio track. Now watch me very carefully. You go to Effects Control, and it says Level, Volume. Hit this toggle animation button because we want to stop the animating of the audio level. Okay, and it's 0 decibel, meaning it's at 0. Audio works in such a way where it goes up to plus 15 and minus like 200. And if you go to minus 200 or whatever, you won't hear anything. Look.
I rip up stuff.
Nothing. So if you come up to like, I don't know, 30 or 50 or 60, you'll hear something.
Magazines and...
It's still too quiet. Usually it sits well at -20.
Handwriting.
Sometimes -15.
Grocery lists, photos, menus.
I like 15, anywhere from 10 to 15 is good. So if you keep that there, we're good to go. Now, cut the video clip, the audio clip, just like you would the video by using the C tool, cut it at the end, and go back to the V tool, V on your keyboard, select the rest of the audio and delete it because we don't need it. And that's your editing sequence. Now, the other part is you want to fade in and fade out. So again, select it, sequence, apply default audio transitions to selection. And that'll give you a nice transition from the beginning and the end. So it fades in and fades out just like the video.
Piece out of it.
Boom, done. And that's how you edit your video.